Hello. As you probably know, I'm not really very good doing this camera stuff. I'm much happier behind the scenes, which is why I worked on the radio, perfect face for radio. But YouTube's algorithm seems to think that my face is... my face is okay. In other words, whenever I do this chatty sort of thing, if I go on a rant or we talk about something... the figures are in, and Donald Trump would love the figures. That's not the guy we're talking about. Before I talk about this person that I'm not keen on, and I'm a little bit reluctant to name this person because somebody's got to love him somewhere. His mum's got to love him somehow, somewhere, possibly not. Just want to do a little bit of housekeeping, as we say, talk about a few things. Questions have been asked about a piece of music that I play. In a video, and I did say I would find it for you. Not my theme tune. A lot of people ask me about the theme tune that I open with, even though I just open up with about 8 or 10 seconds worth these days. I nicked that from somebody else. I heard it about 10 years ago on a YouTube thing and thought, ooh, that's nice. I'll nick that. I don't know what it was called or anything, and I've been able to use it without getting copyright strikes, so I've continued to use it. So I don't know what that is, sorry. But somebody asked about some of the background music, or when I'm fixing stuff and I go into fast motion and I put some music in the background. What is it? Well, it's this, it's from YouTube. So I'll just show you how we get to it, because you have to go into, as you can probably see here, you have to go into the YouTube management. So this is YouTube Studio. So if you've got an account with YouTube, a free account obviously, you can probably find this yourself. So here it is, YouTube Studio, and down here is, oh, let me see if I can get it to copy the mouse, because it can never see the mouse. Capture cursor, thank you. Can you now see the cursor? Yes, you can. So down here you can see audio library. And if I click on this, and these are PRS free or copyright free pieces of music that we're allowed to use. So let's just choose the top one, for instance. Just click on that and you should be able to hear it in the background. Okay, not my type of thing, but it explains there that it's rock and it's dramatic and who the artist is, and the artist has gladly donated it and you can download it. The one that I use, they change these on a regular basis. I look for the ones that come under the guise of calm. Oh, don't say that it's gone. No, it's there's only one calm left, and that's it. So the piece of music I use is this one here. It's Candy Apple Blue, and it's by Surf Ninja 3. It's a good stereo piece because it all kicks off on the right hand side and then the drums come in on the left hand side in a second. But anyway, look for Candy Apple Blue, Surf Ninja 3. But it is good, that, yeah. I understand where you're coming from. I know why you like it. Now, my little weekly blog or vlog wouldn't be a vlog without looking at some TV bargains. Somebody pointed out to me yesterday, a friend of mine that's got a YouTube channel, that Asda are doing a 50-inch 4K Fire TV for £195. How much? £195. So I thought I'd check it out on your behalf. The last time I could see a bargain, it was a 50-inch TV about 2 years ago, just after lockdown, and that was £299, and I thought that was cheap. So anyway, I'm on Asda's website here, looking for a 50-inch Fire TV for £195, and I can't find it. Not for £195 anyway. Do you know why I can't find it for £195? Look at this. It's 150. This has got to be a Vestel, hasn't it? Under the guise of Polaroid. Ultra HD, HD 4K HDR Android Smart TV, 150 quid. Now, today's date is the 20... No, it's not the 21st, you fool, because it's 2100 hours. It's the 3rd of the 3rd. It's the 3rd of March, 2025. It's a Monday night as recording this. And this is the website live. So this has not been sponsored by Asda, but if they want to give me some money, they can do. When TVs become this cheap, I doubt very much I'll see any of them for repair, because why would you want to spend between £50 and £100 on repairing a TV that you can just buy again for 150? Maybe next year it's 120. 150 quid. The picture quality on them, I've been told, is okay. You know, it's Ultra HD 4K, HDR as well. So, I mean, £150. Wow. That has quite shocked me. But, you know, there's a marketplace for the cheap 150 quid TV, same as there's a marketplace for the expensive £2,000 and £3,000 TVs. But I thought I'd let you know that, because that seems to be a very good deal. I don't like anything to do with which got a Polaroid stamp on, only because the last half a dozen Polaroids I've done in the last couple of months have all been screen faults. I doubt very much you will get any longer than a year's guarantee, a year's warranty with it, but at £150, it doesn't matter, does it? What's that? £13 a month? That's all it is. It's cheaper than renting. I remember renting a video recorder in the 80s. It was £22, £23 a month. Now look what you can get for your money. Incredible. Will they be made to a high spec? No, but they will work. They'll have the apps. And for a lot of people that haven't got hundreds in the bank at the moment, it will do the job nicely. Anyway, let's get rid of that. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and most of you understand that I've got no power over this whatsoever. It's nothing to do with me. Not everybody does. In the comments, some people blame me. But the amount of commercials that YouTube are shoehorning in at the moment, I mean, they really are shoehorning, especially over this last month. Just after Christmas, you'd have thought just before Christmas, maybe understandable, but my goodness, loads of commercials seem to be coming in. So, apologise, there's nothing I can do about that. YouTube are just getting their money's worth at the moment out of their content providers. Don't seem to be paying their... Well, they pay some content providers very healthily. Sadly, I'm not one of them. But I just thought I'd do a little bit of experiment. Obviously, you would have seen a couple of commercials before we kicked into this video. So what I'm going to do now, in a true sofa this morning fashion, those TV shows, I'm just going to fade to grey, fade to black, and I will say to you, back after the break. Did that work? I don't know. I should have done it maybe a couple of minutes sooner, because they like to shoehorn a couple of in. So maybe that worked. Maybe they sent some in. If it did work, how many commercials did they try and throw at you? It seems to be an awful lot. I've just broken a cardinal rule. I have two rules that I've made up, and these rules are: A, I don't touch OLEDs anymore. They're not worth it. And I don't touch TV screens normally over 55 inch, because I ain't got the space, mate. I need the space and I ain't got it. And somebody said to me, can you have a look at my 65 inch Panasonic? And because it's a friend of a friend, you don't feel like you should say on your bike. So I said yes, and I've just turned up with it, and it's a blooming OLED. But I'll have a play. I do charge now an inspection fee for TVs over 55 inch. A lot of engineers charge an inspection fee anyway. I've never done that, but it's something that I may start to do on a regular basis. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Right, what am I talking about? This person that's annoying me, I think he seems to be annoying you, and he's muscling in on the TV world. But he's got so much money, he can muscle in on everybody's work. So we're talking about this guy. yeah. I'm not going to mention his name, because if I mention his name, it may affect, again, the YouTube algorithm, and the video may not get monetized. I don't think he's a very popular chap. There's just something about him. I mean, I always admire people that can make money. You know, well done to those that have been very successful in life. Give them a pat on the back. Quite proud to know you, etc. But there's something about this guy and his friend Trump. I don't get it. I just don't get it. How, of all the billions of people that are in the world, are these two now almost in charge of it? Almost. Well, they're in charge of America, but some people say they're in charge of the world. They're certainly acting like they are. And also, can somebody, can their dresser, their fashion expert, have a word, and especially to Donald Trump, but Elon Musk as well? Can they just explain that if they're wearing a suit, there's no need to put a baseball cap with it? It is the most horrendous clash. I don't get it. Why? Who started that trend? It just looks flipping awful. But anyway, back to this guy in question. He started muscling in on the TV world a couple of years ago. In other words, he was making his own TV. I think they were called Tesla TVs. I haven't seen any of them. But when I first heard about it, which was a couple of years ago, I thought, oh, that's very good. That's a good idea, because he'll make them very cheap. And if TVs can be made cheap, you know, cheap enough that they are disposed with after a year, they're thrown away, they're recycled or whatever, because he's very big on recycling, apparently. Then I thought, this could be a good thing. Are we going to see the $50 TV, the £50 TV? And the answer is no, because the only TV I could track down, I think, was a 32-inch Tesla that was on Amazon, and it wasn't competitively priced at all. It was somewhere between £130 and £180 for a 32-inch. And I thought the whole idea of this guy getting into the TV world was to make it very cheap. So I don't get it. Do bear in mind that if you've got the money, you can have your name put on a TV. All you have to do is go to, what are they called? Vestel, and order 1,000. If you buy 1,000 units from Vestel, you can call them what you like. Have your name stuck on them. Whether you'd want to do that or not, I don't know. I haven't the faintest idea. But yeah, all you have to do is buy 1,000, and you can have your name put on them. I don't understand this guy at all and why he's trying to muscle in on the TV world, but he seems to be muscling in on everything. Now, I'm quite big on misinformation. In other words, if there's anything I ever say in any of my videos, I normally try and be as accurate as I can, do a bit of journalistic background work and make sure it's factual. But I'm just about to say something that I'm not too sure, I'm not too sure if this is factual, but it just goes to prove that what you can do if you have limitless amounts of cash, if the pot is just always full. There's been a certain news organisation in America, but quite rightly, because the journalists are supposed to stand up for the good and bad of what's happening in the United States of America, and the organisation is CNN. They've not been very positive towards the gentleman I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the president here. I'm talking about the second in command at the moment. Even though some people are going around saying he's actually in command, that is quite worrying. So I'm talking about the second in command, the guy from Tesla. And anyway, CNN over the last 5 years or so have not been very positive about him. Maybe there's a good reason for that. Maybe they know more than we do. I'm sure they do. So their column inches and the bits on air have been a little bit on the negative side towards him. So what did he do a couple of months ago? And again, I'm not too sure if this is true. I think it is. It sounds about right. To stop the negative press, he's gone out and bought CNN. Just imagine living in a world where if there's something or someone having a pop at you, just buy them out. You just ring up, make a phone call to your bank and say, buy this. Because money talks. I think that's incredible. And also shows he must be frightened of something. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that guy any more than I particularly have to, but I just wanted to talk about the fact that he's muscling on the TV world, and I don't get it. What I think he should be doing, if he's got that much money, don't physically buy the TVs, the electronic side of it, forget about that. If he's got that much money, he should be creating a really good, reasonably priced streaming service, a Tesla streaming service. Maybe there is one and I haven't noticed, but that's surely where his money should be, because at the moment it's all getting ridiculously expensive. There are several apps on the marketplace, ranging from the usual Prime, Netflix in the UK. We've got the BBC. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's free, isn't it?" No, it's not. It is quite expensive. ITVX is a good one. That is free here in the UK. You've got Paramount. I'm just trying to think. Disney. Just trying to think of the ones that you would have. You probably wouldn't have them all at once. You'd chop and change on a monthly basis, I would think. But there are some people that just pay the monthly fee and leave it, and probably don't watch it most of the time. Save yourself some money, come on. So yeah, he could do a good streaming service and make it cheap, because I think a streaming service should be no more than $4.99. Some of them have gone down to that. I think Netflix did, but then it went back up to $5.99. But it's a limited service and it's got adverts, which I'm not a fan of, once again. So maybe if he's going to buy anything with his money, he should buy a streaming service. Anyway, that's about it. That's all I've got to report. The world is a crazy place at the moment. It's a bit of a frightening place at the moment. Who knows what's going to happen next? I'm not watching the news. I think I said this in the last video that I did. But I watch YouTube, so watching YouTube is just like watching all the news channels anyway, because it just soaks in, it gets fed to you. So I don't think there's anything in the world that I'm missing. I'm still loving doing all my drone photography. Brilliant. We've had some wonderful weather in the UK, well, in Cornwall anyway, over the last couple of days, and I've done some fantastic drone footage. But unfortunately, because it's really sunny, it's got a bit washed out. I've got to change the ISO on the camera and experiment with that sort of stuff. But I love doing that. Thank you very much to all the people in the comments. I haven't been able to upload anything to the other channel for ages. I am doing this week. But thank you very much to all the people in the comments talking about the drones and stuff. I do like that. The next video that is coming up will possibly be this OLED. Let's get that over and done with. Find out what the problem is. Allegedly, the OLED TV died after a thunderstorm, which is quite possible. But OLEDs, the screens just kind of give up. They're like light bulbs, and once they've gone, they've gone. And this Panasonic OLED must be probably 6 or 7 years old. So I've got a funny feeling. I never have much luck with OLEDs, main boards and power supplies. I've only ever had OLEDs in that have had failed screens. Is this one going to be any different? We will see tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching.